Kaepernick, good Lord, this guy never gets out of my hair, worked out for Sammy's Las Vegas Raiders. This came out of like left field, like completely for me. I know that he's been trying to come back, but let's be real, it's been tongue in cheek for quite some time now. I'm actually very surprised this happened. I'm also very surprised it came with Derek Carr, Josh McDaniels, and the Raiders. I'm just like, what is Colin Kaepernick? I was wondering, like, from football standpoint, were you surprised?
I was not surprised.
Wow.
Mark Davis and the Raiders franchise had reached out and said not too long ago that if Colin Kaepernick wanted to play for the Raiders, they would work him out. The Raiders, a little history on the Raiders, they're one of the most progressive franchises in all of sports. They were the first NFL franchise to hire a black head coach. They were the first franchise to hire a Latino head coach in Tom Flores. I want to say they were the first franchise to have a female executive. So they have definitely pushed the envelope in these social justice areas. And look, I'm going to go on a little bit of a soapbox here, but Colin Kaepernick deserves to be in the league. I'm not a fan of his work. I don't think he was a great quarterback with the 49ers. But he's certainly better than half of the schleps that start games in the NFL as backups. I mean, I even pulled up some stats for you. Hold on one second. So here are some guys who played last year, and you cannot tell me that Colin Kaepernick wouldn't do a better job than this. Mike Glennon against the Bears went 4 for 11 for 24 yards, 2 interceptions, and 4 sacks. Jacob Fromm went 6 of 17 for 25 yards and an interception. Mike Glennon's on this list again. Tim Boyle went 15 of 23 with 2 interceptions and 77 yards. You can't tell me that these guys who are starting games are better than Colin Kaepernick, who took a team to the Super Bowl. There's no way he's not one of the top 60 quarterbacks in the world, and he deserves a job as a backup somewhere. I just don't know why it's taking so long.
So from football standpoint of this, yes, I agree. Unfortunately, the NFL is littered with politics. And the NFL, unfortunately, was sued by the same man. Colin Kaepernick did not. I mean, for a couple of years now, Colin Kaepernick has been playing with Nike. Apparently, those shoe deals are not working out for him. That's what I got from this. It's like for a while he did not want to play football. All of a sudden, so why is he back? It's all a money grab. And I'm telling you, Sammy, I don't believe his intentions are pure. They have never been pure. When he kneeled for the national anthem, no one cared until people started making a big scrum about it later on. I'm like, but this guy was literally benched already, cried racism. I'm like, but what's going on here? Well, I thought he was gone for like 3 years, just with Nike doing all this social justice crap. What happened? Did he?
I don't know that
he made a difference.
I don't know that he's not still doing that stuff, and I can't imagine the money has dried up to the point where he needs money. I don't know him personally, and I can't really talk to his motivation, but a lot of times these guys love to play the sport. He didn't ask to come out of the league. When he first stopped playing, it's because he thought he should be a starter and didn't want to take a backup job. I can understand people being sort of ego bruised in this area. Tim Tebow didn't want to be a tight end, and even though that was probably where he would be better suited, and refused to play anything else but quarterback, dropped out of the league, and then tried to come back. I mean, we didn't hamper on him needing money for it. We thought he just really loves the game of football and wants to play. To your other point, Tom Brady has sued the NFL. Peyton Manning has sued the NFL. Drew Brees has sued the NFL. All these guys have won their cases against the NFL. None of them stopped playing because of it. So while I do understand the politics, if you're an NFL owner, your job is to put the best team on the field and give your team a chance to win. If this guy can help you, politics be damned. Sign him. Help your team win games. That's what this is all about. I don't care about the politics.
Are we banking on the fact that Derek Carr is going to blow his ACL and then Colin Kaepernick? Because like I feel like what we're doing now is like we're just signing him just so people will shut up about it. That's what I feel like we're doing. Like, why is he here?
I hope that doesn't happen to David Carr, but nobody signs a backup quarterback expecting them to play. As a matter of fact, it's the cushiest job in the world because you hope to never play, right? I mean, I want to say the guy behind Brett Favre had the best job of all time, right? The guy never missed a game.
Right.
So having Colin Kaepernick to run some gimmicky plays, whenever they need one, or have a guy there, but 27 teams used alternate quarterbacks besides their starter last year. So you're going to get some usage out of the guy. Have a guy who can do some work. I mean, Nathan Peterman's still in the league. He starts games. The guy was awful, especially when he was with the Bills. I mean, give me a break, man. This guy, he could still play. He took a team to the Super Bowl. We're talking about bringing Drew Brees back at 42 years old, having not played for a year. If he can still play, he should play.
I feel like bringing him in for a bunch of guys that plays is like you said, is the word you use, gimmicky. Like we're only signing, so people will shut up, and I don't see like why he wants to do this anymore. Like maybe because he obviously wants to be a QB1, and that's obviously not going to happen at this point. So what are we here for? Sell tickets?
If he can still play and he's willing to take a backup role, politics be damned, get him on the field. If he can't play and he's not better than Tim Boyle, don't sign him. If he's not better than Nathan Peterman, don't sign him. But he should be looked at like any other player, and if he can play, sign him. I think it's a simple thing. I don't know that we need to really wade too deep into the whys of things. It just should come down to helping your team win games. The Raiders are a playoff team. They should have a quality backup quarterback.
Do you think Colin Kaepernick helps the Raiders win any games next year?
I think if Carr gets hurt and they need somebody who can win a game, the question should be, is he better than the next guy they would sign? Will that mean they win that game? I don't know. I don't know that backup quarterbacks win a lot of games for their teams, but there are guys getting signed off the scrap heap all the time. I mean, I can't remember the guy's name who got signed by Kansas City as their third string quarterback, but he ended up starting a game. Dallas Cowboys had a third string quarterback they signed off their practice squad that started a national TV game. I mean, those guys didn't help their teams win, but they were still in the league.
I guess my question with that was, if Derek Carr does stay healthy, why is Colin Kaepernick here?
Because you need a backup quarterback, regardless of whether your guy ever plays or not. And the guys that are out there aren't great. If he's better than those guys, he should play.
He better be better than Jake Fromm. I'm going to put it that way right now. Because Jake Fromm was trash at Georgia, stole Justin Fields' job. That was probably Kirby Smart's fault. But it's like, boy, he better be better than Jake Fromm. Holy cow.
I mean, if you look down the NFL rosters, you never see some of their number 3 quarterbacks, but it's a pretty bad list of quarterbacks. Now, I say bad. These guys were still very successful in college. They probably still deserve to be on an NFL roster and can maybe mold into something down the road. But Colin Kaepernick took his team to the Super Bowl. He still has the mentality of a guy who knows how to win games. Whether his body can still do it, I can't say. He looks great on film. I'm not a scout, but if he can win you a game, or if he can help you win a game, I think he should. And NFL teams should be looking at that and only that when deciding whether to sign him. Not, is he a distraction? Does he want to be a QB1? Does he even really want to play football? If the guy's putting himself out there to go to a workout and try, then people should be looking at him.
He's 6'7", to your point. He's an athlete, if that helps you. Mm-hmm. He's a tall dude, and he's also pretty long, freakish dude. So we'll see.
I mean, a lot of times, the legs will go, but the elusiveness doesn't. And so he can avoid sacks. He can still throw the ball according to his film. If he comes in and plays 18 snaps next year, starts one game for an injured Carr, or comes in relief and keeps the team alive, he's done his job as a backup. It's not like we're expecting him to go win a Super Bowl. But the fact that he hasn't been signed all the years is just disgraceful. It really is. It's a mess.
Well, it is a mess for sure.